Alrighty, so for the protosomes biology lab assignment, I'm going to talk about the hermit crab or Pagoridea, as its scientific name is. All right, so this is just table of contents to show what everything's going to be and what I'm going to talk about. So let's get on to it. So what is a hermit crab? A hermit crab is an ocean-dwelling scavenger with an omnivorous diet. They don't have a uniformly hard exoskeleton like a traditional crab, but instead they have a hard thorax top part with soft tails that they typically find discarded shells to hide up in. Hermit crabs are social creatures, mostly living in large groups of hundreds or more, and during mating seasons, hermit crabs do find the seashore to find their mate, and their eggs are hatched in the sea. The habitat of a hermit crab, it depends on the species. Land hermit crabs live close to the shore in order to have luxury of both land and water. They use water to wet their gills and shells to reproduce, and the offsprings will spend majority of their early life at sea. Once growing up, they're free to go in and out of the water as needed. Many water crabs spend majority of their life in the underwater deep ocean, but they do have gills, so they can survive briefly out of water if they need. Some unique evolved traits of a hermit crab would be that the how they adapted to their soft tails. So, like I said, they have the hard exoskeleton thorax. By account of this, both land and water hermit crabs tend to find discarded shells to fit into and hide to protect themselves in that vulnerable part of their body. They have a curvature to their tail with an asymmetrical size of their claws that allows them to fit into whatever empty, a typically spiral asymmetrical shell. And they use the back two legs and abdominals to be able to grip and stay put and move around in the said shell. The food chain of the hermit crab, as I said, they are omnivorous species. They eat just about anything that they can find in the water. They're considered scavengers, so they eat small fish, worms, plankton, whatever leftover foods they can find by other animals, and they also eat dead animals. So they are very important to the ecosystem because of this. Otherwise, there would just be a lot of rotting animals. They do have pinchers to be able to obtain any food that they need, whether that be live food or dead food or plant food. Many predators of the hermit crab does include fish, sea stars, larger crabs, and then if they are on land, seagulls and crows are a threat as well. In order to disarm hermit crabs, many of these predators do have weapons like powerful pinchers, strong jaws, and even some have shell dissolving saliva, which is kind of cool. I mean, not cool for the hermit crab, but all right. And this is just a little food chain to show like this is a California like beach food chain, but it was one of the main ones I could find with the hermit crab. But as you can see, the hermit crab can get eaten by the octopus, but the hermit crab also eats like the plankton or the detritus or all that goody stuff. Hermit crabs in the tree of life. There wasn't much I can find about the tree of life with the hermit crabs. There was a lot about the traditional crab, but they are very important as they are scavengers. They eat small fish to avoid, which helps to avoid overpopulation. They do have commensalism relationships with the environment around them, living in tubes of plant stems, bamboo, coral, sponges, any of that, even tubes of tube worms. They don't really bother the organisms with this, but it does help them to hide away and deter predators sometimes. The importance of hermit crabs. So the hermit crab himself is ecologically important to its habitats, having many symbiotic relationships. The ocean acts as food for other crustaceans, which, although it's sad, is a very big part to those animals because some may depend only on hermit crabs. And then that also happens a lot, mainly to hermit crabs that are unable to find a good shell to protect themselves with. And then they are scavengers, very important scavengers that has a link to their habitats, keeping it clean to feed on dead marine animals. And this helps, especially since they are such a social group with such big populations. And then hermit crab's importance to humankind. There's not a huge impact to humankind, but they are useful as fishing bait, pets. So if you go to the beach, you go to a tourist and you see like a cute little enclosure with shells of hermit crabs and even like the cute little painted ones, you sometimes maybe want to buy one and hopefully take care of it because they do have a lifespan of 15 to 25 years. And then living waste disposal systems. So, like in many habitats, as they are scavengers, they do clean up very well. So, if you have a big aquarium, they are nice to have to like keep the place clean. And then these are my resources that I used, and all the all the illustrations and pictures I used were straight from Google. They weren't from a special website or anything like that. Alrighty, thank you so much.